Tap In Radio.
With one tap, you're in. Only on Tap In Radio.
Tea with therapy, hot, the hottest tea. Tea with therapy, hot, the hottest tea. Okay.
What's up, everybody? You're officially tuned into Tea with Mary B on Tap In Radio. You're locked in with your girl, Mary B, and I got a special guest in the building on me today who goes by the name of Samad Savage.
Good with it.
Okay, what's up now, Samad? We go way back.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, my Tea with Mary B Day One watchers, you know, I had Samad Savage, who previously was contemplating between Sam Savage back in 2017. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look at us now. You've grown so much since then. So I just really want to take the time to congratulate you on all your success thus far.
Thank you.
You've
Thank you so much.
really elevated since our last interview, and I guess we could say me as well. I'm in a
Yes.
studio now.
Looks way better than the
Yeah.
bedroom.
Yeah, I was about to say we were in the bedroom before, right? Definitely. Now let's jump right into it. Now, Samad, you've used your platform to speak on so much. You advocated for clean water in Newark. You've spoken up for domestic violence, drug abuse, Black Lives Matter. What made you start now? And when you become mainstream, do you think that you'll continue to use your voice?
Most definitely. I think the bigger the platform, the better the messages have to be. So I definitely continue to do that. That doesn't mean I'm not going to make music that's not enjoyable. The music is always going to, God willing, stay the same, but still be innovative. But definitely on my social media and,
Right.
you know, any kind of public relations, I always got to try to keep a message.
Right. And what do you say to the celebrities who kind of like feel it's too risky to speak up?
Honestly, the reason that it's so risky for them to speak up is because of how much or where they're at right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of artists always ask me like, "What's the one thing to never do?" And I say, "Never make a song that you wouldn't make. Yeah, try different things, but keep in mind that song that you make that you don't really like that everybody else likes could be the one that blows you up, and people are gonna want that from you consistently.
Right.
So then you get artists who get far with that kind of agenda and." It's very hard for them to speak on certain things.
Mm-hmm. Because you also have other people in play who, like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say it's like a puppet thing, but we know how it can
It
get
is
in
a
the
bit,
industry.
yeah.
Right. So you think that even though, considering all of those factors, it won't change.
Mm-hmm. When you're signed, well, not even just a label, but when you're working with several different brands as an entity, you kind of have to fit what they're trying to do also.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, there's certain branding deals that I wouldn't take myself. Like I guess a jewelry deal or stuff like that. Like because it doesn't really fit my agenda, and I might say something that goes against what they believe in.
Right.
So yeah.
Speaking of saying something that goes against what you believe in, you just released your single "Good and Evil," right? Featuring
Yes.
Isaac Zell,
Yeah.
and you said that you asked him to change a few of his lyrics upon working with him. So can you tell us what that was like and the better outcome of it?
It was really easy. It was nerve wracking on my end because I said it on Instagram that at the time he was like a much bigger artist than me. He's still a bigger artist than me, but much bigger artist than me at the time. And that was a huge opportunity for me. Somebody else that I know, shout out Intensify, he set it up. And I felt like, dang, I don't want to ruin this opportunity.
Right.
But at the same time, like, I just asked, like, could you change it? And it ended up working out a lot better because he was saying, like, he was actually kind of past that in his life anyhow and wanted his, you know, work to reflect what he's going through in real life. And if you listen to his latest album and whatnot, I don't think that I'm the sole reason for that or anything like that, but I think that he's definitely on a continuous path of just spitting what he's going through, and it sounds so much better to me.
Right, right. So what do you say to rappers who kind of like glorify the drugs, the, you know, the killings, the, you know, that street lifestyle? What do you say to those rappers?
Well, if it's your lifestyle, it's your lifestyle. But I think glorifying it and talking about it is a different thing. Like, I feel like it's a very thin line.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to talk about how you feel in the moment.
Right.
If you feel like somebody shot your cousin and you want to go get revenge and you're making a song about that or theme music to that, you know, you're just spitting what you feel.
Right.
I've definitely, although I've never said anything to that extent, I've said things that I regret on record, but at the same time, I can't regret it too much because I know that's how I was feeling at that time. And you are your environment. Once you progress, you know, you have a different mind state and you say different things. Like, you seen how NLE Chopper is lately?
As far as like being more spiritual and stuff
Yeah,
like that. Mhm.
yeah. He got out of his situation and has had the opportunity to, get in touch with himself and think more and stuff. And now he's a different artist.
Right. In a way, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Meek Mill would never talk about what he's talking about now.
I
Like
mean,
when he first dropped, it was a whole
yeah,
different
I
thing.
mean, I guess that's the beauty of, going through the struggle first and then getting to see, from rags to riches, they say. So I
Yes.
guess that's the beauty of that. How can you keep the youth in mind when you make your songs? Like, is it hard for you to be like, wait, let me not say this because I don't want to push out the wrong message or idea?
Well, I mean, I still say what I say. I still have gun bars and stuff here, but I make sure it's appropriate. Like I would never say, I don't know, kill somebody for no reason,
Right.
just because of the season. Like I wouldn't say nothing like that, but I might say like, if you touch my family, I might shoot at you. Like,
Right.
because that's like more so a defensive thing. Like I'm not a oppressor. I don't believe in going out there and putting negative energy out there. But I feel like when negative energy is brought to you, yes, it's always better to let things go. But sometimes it's harder to do that. So like, yeah. But it's funny. I think 7 years ago, my answer would have been a little different.
Okay.
Because I didn't understand it. I would just think like, why can't everybody just think how I'm thinking? You can't expect from others what you don't expect of yourself. I mean, what you expect of yourself.
Right. You can't do that. And that's a very important lesson that I had to learn. So shout out to you for learning that as well. Now, speaking of songs, your single Good Night reached 1 million views. So
Yes.
congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Now, before you mentioned how you hate dry performances, so you're really big on giving great production when it comes to concerts and music videos, hence your Good Night lyric video, which
Thank
was,
you.
yeah, amazing. So
Thank
how
you.
do you try, like, what do you do to stay, I don't know, keep your videos and things fresh? How do you how do you evolve with your production skills?
Well, it's about being innovative and keeping creative people around you. For example, my wife, Angela, at the time, I think when we did the interview, was she there? Or not?
No, she wasn't.
Nah, she wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't with her yet, I don't think. Or was it? I don't know. But now she's my wife, and she has a lot of input. She came up with the whole idea for the Good Night lyric video, which I said, okay, let's get a couple of pictures while we're doing this so I can use that as a cover art. And for the music video that's coming out, that I don't think I really announced anywhere.
Okay,
So
exclusive.
exclusive. For the music video that's coming out, she creatively directed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Now I seen the wedding band. I was gonna
yeah,
ask
yeah,
you
yeah.
about it, but congratulations. That's
Thank you.
what's up.
Thank you very much.
Wow. So are you 22?
I am 24.
You're 24.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, because I was about to say, like, the 20s to from 20 to 29, it's like everybody's so all over the place figuring it out. So that congratulations
Thank
that you
you. Thank you
found,
very
you
much.
know, a wife. That's what's up. That's what's up. Because it's kind of, people say it's hard in this generation to still,
It is hard. It's really hard because when you live in a world with social media and stuff like that, your mind is on so many different things that like previous generations didn't have to think about or worry about. When I don't have to have, I wouldn't have had to have trust issues back then because City Girls is the most poppin' rap group.
Right. Talk about it. Talk about
So,
it.
And women wouldn't have to have as bad of trust issues as they do now because not every rapper is saying I got hella hoes.
Yeah,
you
pass
know?
them to the bros. Like, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a different time. So it is harder.
Well, congratulations to you
Thank
for having a wife. I can't wait. That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, now speaking of Good Night, you started the Good Night Challenge. What was that interaction like with your fans? And do your fans have like you know how Tory Lanez has the umbrellas or Meg Thee Stallion, she has the hot girls,
yeah.
right? Do you have a name for your fan base?
You know what's funny? It switched so much, but right now it's just some odds savages.
Okay.
So I just reach out to them
Fair.
like, yeah, I just reach out to them like, yo, my savages, what's up? That's my savages, you know?
Okay. Okay. But no, what was the interaction like as far as the Good Night Challenge?
Oh,
'Cause you had some people
which
killing it.
challenge? Like the remix or
Yeah,
the
when they had to
fast
spit the
thing?
whole- yeah, the
okay,
fast
cool,
thing.
cool. That was absolutely like a world changer for me because that definitely made me realize, okay, like I'm really, really doing this right now. Like I'm out here influencing people. Like people listen to my song
Right.
and are listening to every word, even when I'm rapping fast. So it's like, I don't know, it just really put things into perspective and made me feel loved. And all I ever really want to feel, you know, through music is loved. So it's definitely different now.
That's what's up. Was it like, yo, people are really memorizing my lyrics? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it definitely made me think about it. I had that thought the other day, like, yo, like I'm really a rapper, like
Right? Like, wow. You even got a
it's
billboard.
crazy. Yes, yes.
What was that
yes.
accomplishment like?
That one was definitely another moment that definitely put things into perspective. Like just realizing, like, okay, like it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to remind yourself to live in the present because as soon as you'll reach a goal, you'll be like, okay, what's next? What's
Tell
next?
me about it. That's me too. As soon as you do something, it's like, okay, I did that. Now what? It's like, I totally understand you, but I hope that you definitely like lived in that moment because the billboard is big. That's really
Most definitely. I'm actually wearing the same hoodie that I was wearing in a photo now to think about it.
big. Wow, that's what's up. I mean, originally you said in our last interview, you said your family wasn't supportive at 1st until they realized you were taking it serious, and so then they decided to, follow suit. But would you say now with the billboard and the 1 million views, like, how's it been now?
There's been so many times when my grandmother would hit me up and let me know that she's proud of me. And
Wow.
that definitely, every time she says that, I almost cry, choke up a little bit because that's another one of those things that's like just really all I ever wanted. I just wanted my
Right.
family to be proud of me because I was not the best kid. I messed up a lot.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
I get that you're a good guy. Like
I'm a good guy as much as I can be, and I was well behaved. But like, I didn't do that great in school.
Okay.
I was kind of a class clown. My ADHD was acting way crazier than it do now.
Okay.
So like, I know I was a handful, you know.
Alright, yeah.
And so I just want to be able to repay my family with everything that they did for me.
Okay, that's what's up. Respectfully, as some people
Yeah.
say. Speaking of Jersey and its lingo, you grew up in Montclair, right?
Yeah,
Hence
yeah.
your song, The Claire.
Yes.
What was it like growing up in Montclair and then trying to pursue like a rap career from Montclair?
Well, there's not too much of a rap world in Montclair. I could probably name about
Right, so I'm just like, I
it's
can
about
imagine.
10 rappers. So most of it's funny, like since I have so much family in Newark, or not a lot of them moved out of there. But when I was younger, I had so much family there.
Which probably was a good thing.
Yeah, I had so much family in Newark and East Orange, so that's pretty much where I used to be at for most of my childhood, right?
Okay.
And then I ended up not now because of the coronavirus, but most of my like shows and stuff like that would still be in Newark, and that's still where I would be at.
Right.
And like Montclair eventually caught on and stuff, but by the time they caught on, it was like Newark already knew about me and stuff. So
Okay.
yeah.
So at first you didn't really get that support from your city, but you would say you have it
but
now.
I wasn't even looking for it.
Oh, okay.
I was looking for support from anybody. We in the age of the internet. I ain't got to be famous in my town.
I mean, well, it's best to have, Jersey on your back.
Oh
first,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then-
Right now, yeah, Jersey's report. Jersey's support is like relentless. Just a bunch of love, and I appreciate that.
We love to hear that.
Yeah, especially because the notion that Jersey don't support their artists and
Exactly. That's exactly what Teal Mary B is working to do. If you guys don't know, Teal Mary B is shifting that narrative.
It's a
Jersey
different time.
does support Jersey. We do. And at first, I'm pretty sure, like you said, you felt like you didn't get it, but now you said you have the support of Jersey, which is great, which is what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Now, do you get compared to Twista or Busta Rhymes? Or
You know what's funny? I've never heard that comparison.
really?
As much as I rap fast, I've never heard that comparison.
Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole?
I get Kendrick Lamar, I get J. Cole.
Because you have the poetic feel, but you also have that speed. So you know what I'm saying? You're able to switch it up, very versatile. So never Twista or Busta Rhymes.
Never Twister Busta Rhymes. Although I'm inspired by Busta Rhymes to an extent.
Okay.
His new album was crazy to me.
I was
love
going to ask you, where did the speed rapping come from?
It came from my top 5 is Lupe Fiasco, Eminem, Common, Big Pun, and Big Daddy Kane. Out of those 5, I would say Eminem and Big Pun and Big Daddy Kane really handled the fast rap stuff. Mm-hmm. But it's never really been fast rap for me. It's been flow.
Right.
And at the time, like from the 90s to about 2005, the beats, I don't know if you want to. her live was just acting up real quick. But at the time, the beats were like a lot more upbeat.
Right.
Which means you could rap slower. When you rap fast, it didn't seem that fast. Now, all of the beats are around like 130 to 140 beats per minute. So it's like... So now I'm like... But back then, with the beats were like... I'll be like, and it's like a little fast, but it doesn't seem as fast. So it's just me trying to adjust to the tempos of now.
Right. Now, do you think that you'll eventually like get interested in like producing or something like that, where it's for like you're making the beats?
That's hilarious you say that because I've been making my beats since our last interview.
You make your own beats?
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah, I've
Still
been
to this day,
producing. Yeah. I didn't make the beat for Good Night, but Good and Evil I did.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's
Thank you.
up. Yeah, very talented. Now, you did a Genius inspired interview, you know, mashup thing. Has anyone from Genius reached out, or is that like a goal for you to get on?
You know, it's funny. I know somebody from Genius, and he's dope and stuff. But when I talked to him about that, he said like he has no power in what they do and who they interview and stuff like that. So I guess I just know him. Maybe some people from Genius saw that, but you know, at the time, I think that song, I think Goodnight was only at like probably about like 50,000.
Still a lot. Still a lot.
Still a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like it might make more sense now if Genius, if you out there, I'm looking at every camera in the room. Genius, if you out there, let's do it.
Okay, I can't be mad at you. That's right. Shameless plug. Now, since you advocate for racial justice, I seen you protesting in Newark. So, what was that like? Did you get love from the people, or was it even not even about
well,
that?
yeah, it wasn't about that for me. I didn't even when I was in Newark, I didn't take off my mask at any point. So I don't think anybody really knew it was me out there.
Okay.
There was a couple of people that I recognized out there, like Babyface was out there, and Tato was out there, and a couple of other artists. And every artist that I saw out
Which is
there,
interesting because I was out there too. I didn't even see you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how many people it were though. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it
Like
was
such a
crazy.
powerful movement. You know what I'm saying? So it was great for the people of Newark to come together. What did that feel like for you in that moment?
it felt beautiful. You know, I definitely felt like I know this is very cliche, but I feel like, you know, if Martin Luther King could have saw that, or Malcolm X could have saw that, and just, you know, many ancestors that worked to, you know, get things to where they are today, I feel like they would be really proud of us. You know?
Right.
So
And I
that's what
felt that
mattered.
way as well. You know, it was so diverse. So many
Yeah,
people were in
that
support
too.
of Black Lives Matter. But you also had the people who were haters. I will
Yeah.
call them haters. And I was going to say who they were, but I'll keep them anonymous. And I'll say, what do you say to the people who were literally there screaming that we were marching with our oppressors?
I think I did see that. Were you there at the very beginning of the protest?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, so we probably saw the same thing. There were some people who were trying to take the protest away from these young women who actually young Black women who put it together, and keep it separate and make it. And they were about to make it like a young vote versus old thing, but some of the older people that were there was like, nah, this is their turn. You know, this is.
I think there were
to do
two
this.
protests that day because one started at Lincoln Statue and the other
Yeah.
started somewhere else. Is
Yeah,
that
the
one
one
you're
that
talking about?
started at City Hall was the one I was at.
Okay, so I started
Yeah.
at Lincoln Statue. Maybe
Oh,
that's
yeah,
why.
yeah,
So
yeah. I
People's
remember when the
Organization for
protests
Progress.
merged and
it
stuff.
did
Yeah,
merge, and I
yeah.
thought that was so I
Yo.
really thought that was so powerful. It basically, for you guys who are kind of not caught up, there were two different protests on the same day, but at some point both protests merged, and it was just one big crowd for the same movement. And I just thought it was like beautiful, literally. So many signs.
Gorgeous.
People were crying. People were kneeling in support of us.
Yeah, and you know, people could say we're marching with our oppressors, but the truth is, if they are truly our oppressors, they're marching with us.
Right.
So, are they really oppressors at that point? Like, I just feel like that's a very ignorant thing to say.
Right. I know it's an ancestral thing, and people
Yeah.
are like, you know, their ancestors and
But
our
I mean,
ancestors.
The older a Black person is, the more they suffer from being traumatized of stuff that, you know, I'm not going to say all, some white people have done over the years. So, you know, that trauma definitely causes a distrust, and any white person who gets that mistreatment from a person who suffered that trauma is just kind of like, yo, we dealt with this for generations and generations. Like,
Right.
it's their turn. And I know a lot of white people who I've talked to about this, and they're like, whenever they like get, you know, crap for being white, they're not upset about it. They're just like, you know what, like, it is what it is.
Do you think it's because that's not really common for them? Whereas
Yeah, they understand that that is not a common thing, and they, you know, kind of get over it. And then, you know, there's some people who get extremely offended until they realize that we've been going through that for
Ever.
years. Yeah.
Right. Pretty much. Pretty much forever. But you had a Glock pasta freestyle. Now that was lit as well. That was
Thank you.
definitely very lit.
I forgot about that, but yeah, thank
See,
you.
how could you forget? See,
Uh-huh.
see, this is where I was gonna ask you, what was your relationship like with your fan base? Because then you came out with the Glock pasta freestyle, then you
Mm-hmm.
did the good night thing. So what do? How do you keep feeding your fans?
I do what I think is fun. I always try to think of everything from a consumer standpoint. And not to say that I think of my fans as consumers, but I have to think about, I can't think like, yo, as a black Muslim rapping MC from New Jersey, would I like this? I have to think how many people could like this from so many different walks of life.
Right.
And anybody could laugh at gun and a pasta.
Exactly.
So yeah, I figured I'd just be entertaining to anyone.
Okay, because I see you have a lot of new strategies to keep your fans engaged on your Instagram.
People look at it as strategies, but I look at my fans like my friends.
Okay,
So I just like do what I feel like they love.
I'm glad you're
without
clearing that up
trying.
because
Yeah.
I'm scrolling like, yo, he is smart. This is like, you really have like the relationship between you and your fan base is really amazing. Like, congratulations as well because you have
Thank you.
20,000 followers now and you got a blue check. What was that
Yeah.
like? Take me to that day.
I was mad shook, honestly. I saw it and like I forgot. I think somebody told me. I think it might
Really?
have
So
been-
you didn't even see it yourself?
Yeah, I didn't notice. You scroll on Instagram, you don't think about things like that. And I think my brother was like, no, it was somebody had said like, yo, how'd you get a verification check? And I was like, you joking, you get out of here.
Right.
And I look at my phone and I'm like, yo. So then I talked to my younger brother Saeed and was like, guess what I got? He was like, what? I made him guess for like maybe about 20 minutes.
It's like that.
Then I literally called like 5 more people after that and did the same thing, like guess, nah, guess. And I had a ball with it. I wanted that moment to last forever because I knew eventually, like all things, it would fade.
But when you saw it, what did you think? Like, yo,
I definitely was like, I can't think of a better word than flabbergasted.
Okay.
I know that sounds ridiculous, but flabbergasted, I think that's the word of the day.
right. Okay, flabbergasted. I can definitely understand that. Hopefully Tiramiru B can someday join you on that blue check
Yes,
side.
I hope so.
You know
So
what I'm
many people
saying?
ask me, how did you do it? And it's like, just request. And yes, I've been requesting for the past 3 years.
Oh, I was about to say, that's what you did? Okay.
Yeah, I've been requesting for the past 3 years, but just, keep at it, keep requesting. And the thing that always helps is just doing things, making big moves. The more big moves you make, the easier it is for you because they check, what's it called? Google SEO. And that's like how many times your name is searched on Google. Also, i.e., how many times your name is searched on YouTube because Google owns YouTube.
Right.
So I think since, Goodnight was blowing up, I was in a lot of ciphers and I had a lot of momentum going. And I was releasing a lot of content and people were really engaging and I was gaining followers really fast. Instagram was like, okay. And that's how I got it.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Jules
Thank you.
with Samal. Okay, you guys know what time it is. It's time for that Jersey Spotlight, where T with Mary B highlights a Jersey artist because that's what we do. Jersey supports Jersey. And it's only right that today's Jersey Spotlight goes out to Samad Savage. So what's about to come to your ears is Good and Evil by Samad Savage featuring Isaac Zell.
Yin yang, keep balance like I never spend change. Saving that green like MJ. But I'm rich bitch like Rick James. And the money ain't the momentous thing. But a nigga gotta sell like membrane. Finna blow, can you smell like cocaine? Finna blow like a shell like propane. Oh man, I face decisions that you couldn't imagine. How can I front like I only pay back it? Buzz on my left, got it popping like static. Crips not Titans, but they accent was cracking. They down and up it, or should I say ups it? That's UPS, everybody was packing. Mama put me in the bursts as an action, but I would still visit, miss nothing that happened. Now I got the devil on my left and the angel on the right. Try to keep that in my mind every time I decide. I don't need a vest if you try to take my life. I am not a pit to die, my nigga, just try. You can never off me, baby can't hold my drive, no car seat. When I pull up, it's the latest, no tardy. Press a hella buttons like I'm pushing Steve Harvey. Gnarly. Older brother gang banging, selling, getting money till the chain swing. Dwelling on the things that he can't change. Felon if he's slain by the bang bang. Yelling, no, he could be a proclaimed felon. But what would little brother Simi say? He crashed that bike into the wall. He was trying to make the cycle break. Now watch pass for 3 minutes like cycle breaks. Now I only create what the pyros make. Yeah, I'm talking with the mouth the spiral make. And I do it like Coogee and Iko Day. You can never do it bigger. If you thought that reconsider going off, but I'm on every second. That's a flicker. I'm a boss, I'm a dawn, but I really been that nigga that'll draw on your pawns. So go crap, be forgiven, cause I got
good and evil on my shoulder. To keep them all feel like a boulder. I try to fight them, I'm a soldier. These are things I wish I told her. Keep you playing in my mind. Got me thinking I'll be fine. I ain't reading all the signs. Can't see the sun through closed blinds.
Finally quit it with perkies. Fuck 'em, I'm flipping the birdie. Keep myself sane through the birdies, but I still don't face what hurts me. She love me not. I still count when the pedals drop. Foot to the pedal, my engine hot. I gotta switch my seat like a kettle, bruh. Kettlebell when my nuts hang, bitch. Threesome watching the sunset quick. Player don't gotta go bust that clip, but paranoid, I got an uptight kid. I would pedal blow, but I'm good now. Thank the Lord that they stood down. Back and forth and I'm shook now. I pray that I'm done getting cooked out. In the battles with my inner demons, to the point I'm on, and even in the evening, gluttonous for torture, horny for it. Beating this illicit, explore the phone floor. I'm dreaming, hit a voice scheming in my head, telling me that I'd be better off dead. Somebody telling me that I need meds. They not a doctor, but that's what they say. If you really wanna go and make it with a record deal, all you really need is pop a pill. If you can't sleep, go ahead and take these. Don't worry, my nigga, just pop the pill. Hold up, you not for real. Driven crazy, but I got the will. Even if this life is not ideal, my destiny is still mine to build. So
good and evil on my shoulder. To keep them all feel like a boulder. I try to fight them, I'm a soldier. These are things I wish I told her. Keep you playing in my mind. Got me thinking I'll be fine. I ain't reading all the signs. Can't see the sun through closed blinds. Keep you playing in my mind. Got me thinking I'll be fine. I ain't reading all the signs. Can't see the sun through closed blinds.
With one tap, you're in. Only on Tap In Radio.
Tea with mirror be hot, the hottest tea. Tea with mirror be hot, the hottest tea. Okay.
What's What's up, you guys? You are tuned into Tea with Mira B on Tapping Radio with your girl Mira B and special guest Samad Savage. What you guys just heard was the Jersey Spotlight, Good and Evil. Samad Savage featuring Isaac Zale. Okay, all right. Now, Samad, let's get back into this interview. Not earlier, I guess. Oh, yeah, I could say earlier in the year when Pop Smoke passed, you gave a tribute to him, and it's so unfortunate because we're losing so many young rappers these days.
Yeah.
So what do you say? What message would you want to leave behind your music?
That life is short. I guess whenever I go, God willing, it's not too soon, but I want people to remember that life is short. So, really try your best to get yourself together,
right,
and do what you can in this life to, ensure you have a better afterlife or reincarnation or whatever you believe in. This life that we're living isn't for nothing. Don't get too caught up in the worldly things. Instagram don't matter as much as you think it do.
Right. Okay. Are you religious?
I don't know if religious would be the word.
Okay. Spiritual, I guess.
But I'm not necessarily spiritual either. Like I'm Muslim. I pray 5 times a day.
Okay.
I talk about God, but I don't do the stereotypes of religion as in like try to push my beliefs on other people.
Okay.
Like,
So yeah, you're religious.
Yeah.
You're not like, trying to push it onto others. Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's fine. That's fine as well. Do you feel like your religion can clash with some things you talk about in your music or?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I say yes because there are some really strict Muslims who believe that even me rapping is not, a thing of good nature.
Right.
But I also say it's okay because I'm rapping about both sides. I'm pretty much a storyteller. I am a newscaster. I just talk about what I see going on and whatnot. And yeah, I do have like some inappropriate lines here and there, but is having a line about sex inappropriate if I'm talking about with my wife?
Right. And not even that, though. Not even that aspect, but more so, what are you using your platform for? What are you saying in your music? Honestly, there's so many rappers who use their platform to glorify, like I said, drugs and the street lifestyle.
Yeah.
When you have someone who's literally having, like, hands on, like you've been protesting, like I said, you've been advocating for Newark when the dirty water thing happened. Like, you've been really
that's still
hands-on.
happening, by the way. I just want y'all to know.
Wow.
Yeah, that's still happening. I don't think it's gotten much better. And I think coronavirus really slowed down the process. But, water at least in the Essex area is pretty bad right now. I don't know if any of y'all who's watching from Essex, took a shower recently and just come out with dry skin. Like you really have to really have to put on lotion now. It's crazy. There's like so much lead and what is it called?
It's all
Fluoride
messed
and
up.
stuff.
I mean,
Yeah.
I thought supposedly East Orange had their own built-in like filtration system. I don't know
I didn't hear
how
about
accurate that is, but I definitely heard that before.
I hope so. Thank God if that's.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah. I hope
I
so.
hope so as well. Because I didn't feel dry lately, so I would hope not.
Oh,
but.
Montclair is the ghetto right now.
Oh man, that's crazy. I definitely have experienced brown water in Montclair a couple times, but hey, it is what it is. That's why we have people like you and me to use our platforms to help and create a change if need be.
Yeah.
Now you had your song featured on Joe Budden's podcast.
Yeah,
correct?
that wasn't my song. That was the song that I produced.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So tell us about that. How did that happen, though?
Well, I produced a song for his son. So
Oh, okay.
of course,
Which
of
Trey
course,
Budden?
Yeah, Trey. I should have actually addressed him as Trey Budden because that's my homie. Much love to him. But I was saying, in the matter of, well, I mean, it's a no-brainer. If your father runs anything that can help promote your song,
Right.
you should put your song out, on the podcast. So it was really dope to hear my beat. It was really really dope to hear, my producer tag on the Joe Budden podcast, which I'm a big fan of. I listen to it a lot.
Now I know you might need to like separate, the fact that his father is Joe Budden.
Yeah.
But you didn't think to like hop on the song or like get in the booth with him.
Oh,
or
me
anything?
and Trey got a song together, and
Okay.
we got a couple of other things that we're working on. I gotta send him more beats and stuff. Like, the thing is, I don't expect anything of Trey Budden's father at all. Like, so whenever me and him work, like, I don't ask him like, yo, can you get him to do this, da.
Right.
I just kind of make music with him like he's a regular human being, like how
As
I
you
would want to be
should,
treated.
'cause that's your friend, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, whenever we link up and work on stuff, it's just two guys making music.
Okay. Now, being that you have a little dibble and dabble in being a producer, what are some producers who kind of like, I wouldn't say influence your sound because we know that your sound is unique, but like, what are some producers who you look up to?
Kanye West,
Okay, great one.
Pharrell,
Okay, great one.
Timbaland. I think Timbaland might be number one.
That's good too.
I think Scott Storch don't get enough credit. Who else? Chuck Sutton.
Okay.
Not many people. I don't want to say not
I
many
gotta check
people,
out the
but-
last two you named. I do have to check them
most
out.
definitely. But Chuck Sutton, I'm telling you, check out not only his production, but he produces for himself too. His
Okay.
music is just like stepping into a whole different world. It's like neo soul mixed with like EDM, mixed with rap, mixed with R&B, like so much.
Okay.
Him and Jay Kutch, who recently became an artist, but he's made some of my best beats.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Now, speaking of Kanye West, I don't know if you're in the works of creating an album at the moment, but Kanye West, we all know when he's about to get into album mode, he dyes his hair blonde. J. Cole, he grows his hair out. What is Samaj Savage like when it's time to get in album mode?
Well, as an underground artist, oh no, I'm not gonna say as an underground.
I was about to
artist.
say, don't
Don't
downplay it so much.
No, I was saying as an underground artist, I'm always in album mode
Okay.
because I haven't got to a level where I can truly relax yet. But
Ooh.
I was gonna say, even when I get to that level, I love music so much that I think I'm still gonna always be in album mode.
Okay.
Like
So what is that like for you, though?
I don't know if I'm in album mode right now though.
Okay.
Like for the past since I made Goodnight, I haven't like fully recorded a new song. Actually, one. Like I think maximum 4. So, and that was like maybe 5 or 6 months ago. I think I'm just more so, trying to take it easy this time because the last 2 albums that I did,
Right.
I finished in like a month.
You had the gray area, and then you had
Trust the Weird Kids.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So what was the process like for that though? Like, did you like stop calling people? Like, hey, don't hit me. You know what I'm saying? Do you turn your phone off? Do you not eat? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you in the studio for hours?
Nah, there's not much method to my madness. I just
Okay.
have random ideas, and when I have the idea, that is something I guess that's special about it. When I have an idea that I feel like is a really good idea, I will get up out of bed at 4:00 in the morning. If I had a dream about a beat, that's happened a couple of times actually. If I have a dream about a beat or something, get up and run on my computer, and I cannot get away from it until I'm done.
Right. You get to it immediately. Okay. Okay. Now, before when we spoke, you said that your biggest accomplishments as far as performances go was Newark Symphony Hall and Lincoln Park, right? So have you topped that to this day, or?
I would say Lincoln Park still, but that's because I do Lincoln Park every year, except this year. I mean,
Considering COVID, right?
But not just COVID. They did something still, I think, at like some place. It was virtual and stuff, and they didn't reach out to me. I was a little bit hurt. I was like, damn, I've been
Lincoln
doing this
Park.
for the past 5 years. Nobody reached out to me, but I wasn't upset about it because I feel like too many artists start thinking like they're owed something, and I don't feel like that. I feel like I'm thankful for the years that they did have me and the impact that it had on my career in the beginning of it.
Right. Okay. Speaking of COVID, how has COVID affected you, I guess, negatively, and then how has it? Because for some people they describe COVID as a blessing in disguise. I know I do. So I want basically the good and bad to COVID for you this year.
Honestly, I can't get rid of it.
Right.
I'm joking.
I'm like, wait.
Could you imagine?
I'm like, wait. Put it back
Could you
on.
actually, yeah. I felt like you would have slapped the mic.
I'm
away
like,
from me,
right. Wait a minute.
Nah, to be honest, I tested negative maybe about 4 weeks ago, so I'm good.
Okay.
But
Me as
hopefully
well,
I'm
just so you
good.
can
But
feel
yeah,
safe. Me as well.
I've been taking all the safety precautions. But before it was cool, I've been washing my hands. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Has it stopped any bags for you though?
I want to say yes, but I've made more money than I've ever made in my career this year.
That's great.
So, and I mean probably all of my career, I've made the most money combined this year.
So you would say technically COVID kind of put that fire to the fuel to really get you to.
I think it really made people, sit down and stay on their phones, and that made it easier for me. I don't know.
Okay, understood.
But yeah, there's been a lot of blessings, and honestly, who am I to not give credit to God? Like, I feel like He just put everything in order and everything in place at the right time. Because if I was famous when we first did that interview, like let's say I got famous a year after that, I probably would have been wilding out, like doing so much that I didn't have to do.
I'm so shocked.
yeah.
I just don't see it. I'm just like, what does he mean, wilding out? Like, I just don't see it.
Cause like, all right, so I don't drink, I don't smoke still, and
Great.
I don't do drugs or anything. But I think I definitely would have been wilding out in these streets.
I'm just
if you know what I mean.
From my
If
car.
if I was famous and it was just like an unlimited amount of attention, which means an unlimited amount of women before I was married,
Oh yeah.
I would
Okay.
have been wilding. Like, yeah. So everything happened.
I mean,
in
but
a good way,
fortunately, and you might look back on this one day. Fortunately, you're married. Not
Yeah.
married now. I mean, are you officially? Or?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you're married at the moment. Congratulations. I thought
Thank
it
you.
was just engaged, but wow. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did a religious ceremony,
Okay.
and because of COVID,
The
so
big traditional is on
yeah,
pause.
the
Right.
big one is going to happen probably next year.
Okay, wow. Well, I was going to say, did you think that down the line, when you do get really, really famous, like A-list celebrity famous, do you think that'll be a problem that you run into?
Yeah, most definitely. But I
Do
got
you think you'll overcome it is the better question.
Yes. That's, yeah.
We're going to look back on this a couple years from now. Stay tuned. Also, in our last interview, you said that you one of your biggest accomplishments or something that you want to cross off the celebrity bucket list would be to jump into the crowd. Now, I'm sure
Yeah.
you probably
Well,
haven't
now
got
I'll
the
never
chance
do
yet.
that.
Yeah, it's COVID, but you know what I'm saying? Like, is
Yeah.
that still a thing you want to do?
Yeah, most definitely. Like, after the vaccine is official and been out for maybe a couple years.
Which is good that you brought that up because that was my next question. I was going to ask, how did you feel about the COVID vaccine?
Oh, I'm going to let y'all try it.
Okay, let them try it first.
You know what's crazy? Like, this is the first time that I realized, all right, maybe I am American. Because when they announced both companies that are, fighting to put it out first,
Right.
I invested stocks in both of those companies.
Really?
But yet and still, I do not plan on trying anything.
Okay, I didn't even
Until
know
it is 100%
What's
foolproof.
going on?
Yeah.
Are you into the whole Forex thing?
Not at all, yo.
I'm
You know what's
shocked.
crazy? Somebody DM me, said like, yo, I really want to help you out and, give you something that might help you with your career and stuff. It was this boxer. I thought he was going to maybe put my music in his video or something like that. I'm like, all right, cool. So he said, yeah, just hop on a Zoom call. I'm like, all right, cool. And I thought it was going to be an interview or something. Mm-hmm. Hop on a Zoom call. And I'm like, okay, they're telling me things about like how to make money. And I'm like, all right, this feels a little wake up now-ish, but And then they said foreign exchange, and I'm like, and in my head I'm like students, foreign exchange, forex,
Right.
and I like literally just immediately exited the Zoom call and blocked that person.
Yeah, because it sounds good, until you get hit with that $235 entry.
You know what's
fee
funny? It's
every
not even.
month.
It's not even that. My thing is, like, how many times does this have to reinvent itself for people to realize, like, it's really hard to win in that game? You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of like a pyramid scheme. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and you have to like. There's so much more to it than what it really seems. And granted, Forex is different from like past pyramid schemes like the Ponzi scheme and Wake Up Now and all of that.
Right.
But because it deals with foreign trading and trading the dollar, but you might as well just do that with stocks.
You can. You can.
Yeah,
Look,
it's a little bit more to it and a little bit more you got to learn and stuff, but it's really easy to tell when not easy, but easier to tell when a company is going to increase in value compared to when it is to tell if the American dollar value is going to go down or up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's something I definitely wanted to get into, stocks. But
Definitely
I
do
don't
it.
know. Cash App has started this new thing where you can like
Yeah.
invest as little as $1. So
Yeah.
I might look into it.
No,
but-
most definitely.
Right.
That's how I invested into.
Oh, that's how you started it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not true to this. I'm new to this.
Okay, I like.
I'm learning, but I'm trying.
Okay, I like. Now, Samad, before we get out of here, I just want you to tell everyone, all my tea tasters, how we can keep up with you. What's next? What's new?
I would say, what camera am I looking at? Oh,
This one right here.
Okay, cool. Follow me on Instagram, which is Samad Savage. That's pretty much it. SAMAD. You see it on the screen right there. I'm like looking at the monitor. And go to SamadSavage.com to keep up with me. Check out my live streaming on YouNow, where I'm teaching production, listening to other people's music, and playing video games and messing around, having fun. But yeah, rock with me. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, and you guys can follow me at Tea with Mira B on Instagram, TEAWITHMIRAB.
And my album on the way.
Oh, might be getting ready for album mode sooner than you think.
Yes,
Look.
yes. I'm in album mode currently. Yes.
Okay. Well, can't wait to see. Samad, thank you for pulling up. Thank you for coming through. As always, Jersey supports Jersey.
Yes.
So please don't forget about Tea Mary B when you pop off.
Never that.
All right.
Never that.
All right. Now we'll see you guys next week. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. You laugh at your girl, Tea Mary B on Tapping Radio. Up next, Deeper Than Comedy.
You're in. Only on Tapping Radio.